welcomes all of you this very morning. The intent of gathering seemed to have changed a little bit. We intended meeting elders and family members of the late Daddy Lumba. It was his name. He was popularly known as Daddy Lumba. The sitting has changed, like I said earlier. As we sit here, we are representing the entire Gadangme state, from Lumba to Adan, and from the sea to Jilo and Manyakrobo. This is the domain of the Gadangme. We are talking to let all hear and spread news, but we wouldn't want anybody to add or subtract from what we are going to say. Never do anything because of maybe increase of what rewards you might be receiving to try to put words into our mouths. No. We know of established press houses or media houses, and we know of what you, the younger ones, now say bloggers. Don't change our words. Our sitting down here is intended to bring information to the Gadangme in our own dialect, but for the sake of many that are also following after this very sequential matter, we have intended to add the English language to soften the grounds for all to understand. There is an Abusuapanin by name Nana Minipuachole, Nana Victor Kofi Owusu, and he is also popularly known as Tupac. So Nana Victor Kofi Owusu, known as Tupac, we have heard and have been reliably informed that the body of the late Daddy Lumba has been buried in Accra, and the vicinity in which his body laid planted in the soil falls under the Nungwa stool. Now, burying people in their homes is something that is not accepted or tolerated in the customs and traditions of the Gadangme people. If something like that has to be done, a lot of things have to be put in place. For instance, we in Nungwa especially, we are typical traditional people. We do not do culture. Most people don't know the difference between tradition and culture. And when it comes to talking about customs, people would always confuse and be talking about culture and our culture. We in Nungwa, we don't do culture. We do tradition. Because if I have a tradition and you have a tradition, and you allow your tradition to be influenced by another tradition, then you don't have a tradition again. What you have is called culture, but tradition, you can't destroy it. We are serious on this very matter because In the land of Noah, we have deities. We don't have gods. We have deities. And the deities that we have, we call them Jemanwong. If somebody has wong, you can buy wong on the market. You can create your own wong. But when we talk about Jemanwong, our deities are worshipped not only at one particular place, but a deity that we have as Jemanwong spreads among all the traditional stew lands of both the Gang and the Dangbe. We are looking at the burying of Daddy Lumba, especially in Accra. We don't owe much to say if he is to be buried in Accra, because there are established cemeteries in Accra that the body can be taken to. And the established cemeteries that bodies are supposed to be planted into the soil are cemeteries that are covered by law. When I say covered by law, these cemeteries fall under some areas which one could say are controlled under the government of Ghana's statutes. We have the Audome Cemetery, we have Usu, and a lot many. Then again, there are some private cemeteries that have been registered under the laws of Ghana. Bodies to be buried must be taken there. Traditionally, the stool that has the allodial power of the land, the stools also have their cemeteries. But trying to bury a dead body in a home entails a lot. And this is where Noah is not taking what has been done lightly at all. Number one, our deities do not permit dead bodies to come so close to them. The reason is it is dirty to have dead bodies coming closer to our deities. We do not permit that. And the spirits around us also do not permit that. If you do that, you have to pacify not just the land, but you pacify the deities, and you have to pacify the traditional leadership that have control over the territory that this very body has been buried. When you come out of that, environmentally, it is also against the laws of the state and against the laws of the community that this has been done. One, if the body begins to rot in the ground, water that is from this very body can seep down into the soil. To cut it short from here, imagine the one who stays next door has a borehole that provides water for the household that he resides in. This dead body, water from it can seep down and, destroy the good ones that has to be tapped out of the soil. So we talk about this as a degradation of the environment. Number two, what about if this very dead body buried has a particular disease on it before it was buried, it will be a problem then for the community that could also spread to enter into other communities about. So, looking at the situation medically, it is not acceptable for dead bodies to be buried in the homes of the people that live in. Number 3, it is again not acceptable for this to be done. If you have to do such a thing, you will have to consult government, and government must give you a permit at least before you can do such a thing. But although we have government, we have allodial powers that is also recognized by the same government. So government cannot give a permit to somebody to be buried in his home when the leadership of the allodial owners of the land are not in the know. They have to be informed before such a thing can be done. Like I said before, their people do not tolerate such a thing, and the Dangme people also don't tolerate such a thing. It is given as an issue that seriously has to be debated upon before something like that can be done. So when we heard about this, and we were, like I said, reliably informed, we tried to get into contact with Abusuapanin Victor Usu, known as Tupac, to raise the awareness that we have had and put it into his thinking that we don't tolerate such a thing. So today, we were expecting that the invitation extended to him to appear here this morning could be honored. We have sat for some time. He had not arrived. But there are rumors, and some say there are informations that the said Abusuapanin Victor Owusu has been removed as head of family. That is what has come to us. But we are saying that if Owusu Tupac could not come here, the body is still remaining in the soil. So whether Owusu comes or Owusu doesn't come, there can be a next head of family to lead the deceased Daddy Lumba. We are saying the body over there is what we are talking about. So legally, we will extend invitation to the same family, whether they have a family head or they don't have a family head. We will extend message to them to appear here, because if the body is removed from the soil, they will still have to pacify the deities of the land, and then pacify the community, and then answer questions that we are going to put before them. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, elders of Nungwa, we would not like to speak too much or talk too much on this, but this is the information. We will still invite the family to appear here so that this very matter can be well addressed and well resolved. Thank you very much.
Sunsun din sem bia ba betu jo se ne so hwe ne address ya ma ya no ye ogwoma sabi opiase na so akosi ya ne hwinim na furumam ba bia eno na amana ba be kan sem chi ajo comment section honom na foforo so enya bi enhwe sunsun ma wo fa ba bonte ni nyina eye elamundi ni wu a sebi woni je so konya accident eye Independence Day ye di ye mu no eno ehun nsem eno na ama chese sunsum aba be kan nsem bebre na ne nsem no akwa ye futuo eno de ma sebi boys and girls mabuna esisu youth no says sometimes ntitru eye maya no eto de bi address bi on ma obeye no eno na be ma sebi obi be dey ebe judge because ubeshi abaye bi sorry to say we pieso na so hanyina akwakozo piesi anum say ni hwinim na ni achi ni yafunum enoma bebre tattoo gugu ne ho menka se enye eye de sunsumu ka no na meka biye na chese eno ema sebi obi wo krampo na sorry to say obeji se bia oye bia ashawoni anase bia huka bi but ne bia onye dey ontisa enti ne de ya be si address no eno ena be me obi ede ajaje ena eni gia no eya na eye mo sesabi ya me ya adwene akose ya B0dy ya life ya adwuma ni ya hwe ne me babua ye future no eno de enye dey ye susuma kan sem bebre atumabru ne funa ne sem o ka de no because o de tutu enkantete na first no na nka bia akrakra wo se panyini fiafuo mu bo osonioma panyini akokrom no bo kutade na nka dem keka gine ene entisa ni panyinfo na ye no eno ena akra 19 20 21 years yeso so ye pese ye de bi eno ene sabi ewo bebrebe ya ekoso ewo Ghana nim se egbo nya kote susuma ho fele futu a ono so de nam elamundi ni wu a okoko wu ye no eso e di etuefo ye ko ni wo te nyina emra nasa bishawe ni nsama susuma ho fe odi tu dwo polino media so e di che ni nsama kan de ute wasudi na uti ya na eye no kre because uti ese no wakase abra wakase ti a eye wokan sem bi e de fa eye prophet ojaba ho krampo no ono atena ase ko hu se ade ameka no antwa yesu na bia enya boni o but ono hu se ekoya me fa so ameka so we difo ana mi nya me no but ne ya aba no yenim sawo pani akra no odi pani na tem social media so ni titiri akra ketekete ama bi papa bi betimi awo no na wodi na tam to ne ho saa so na panyimfo ni so bi sabi obuonu ma etwa so odi buo ma akra no na wodi akra na tem eno ebe ma sabi ye ni abeya ye mu ade ebi ye mu bi ebe didi mu atem ebusua
na girl no fe we so pretty yeah we so pretty boy you so pretty boy come at say or a scammer and say what just can be a scanner ban some when to men this can we na ni na be twa say enne ani gia ba wiase yeah e wo musa mi so ba mi so sa mi mani fi say na afi na Rollins e fi so mi hu sa ska we pona dionu eni pondu obi wo ko mi hu sa ska okay ba mi sa ska yi twa mi hu bi e bi so ma me na me koto ngo me ma me ka se mi nkoto sa to ne e free system nim okay no me se mi nko no se me to ansa beka me koto ansa sanka me ba mi hwe ngo de tugu ye ma me ja ba ha no so no lam o so me se mi nko no so to ansa beka me ko ansa sanka ba na me ansa sanka ko se atwea ka o pese san mi hwe ngo no gu form so what ya say ni nya nkwa bo ne sem ya ene ji o wiase ye djuma na ye no de bia hye nipa de bia hu nipa e de obetima hye nipa almost 100 e de nipa betima kasa ho bro 100 na na youth na ba no sebi ya fa wiase e wiase wiya youth no ye ta ma na esusa no ye hu se panimu ba je ne ba ene sa na mani ni ho ene akora to car na panimu to car hu no so we jimi fo amabla akora to ba moto keke kwa se panimu to moto ni bia o hu se panimu so sansani ne so jimi fo de ye hu bi da sebi mo fa ncheme password ene bon sam o wiase nice girl 25 onya why young girl ba sebi aya me de bia me kase wo wu no atamu ho atamu no ene sei hwe young girl ntale a wo hyehye wo sa tale na furuma sei egu ho young girl no piese ene do wu na me ka me de ka afuto ma guest ni na no piese ni yefunu no piese na so young girl ti me bo na so we nyina fiti ha besi ha na na me hwe so for roja no wo hye nkom se manti we mu guest mu bo masum miensa ba akomienu obo yefunu sa nyama ni jai ko sa nyama ni na honhom bi hu o timi towo honhom bi hu o timi wale okay because sebi funuma. Oba bi timi sat na ya ase nwi gu. Sa de manya o se be ma on the tin o so hu o dem.
Okay.
And then tale che no dem and she kwa bonten.
Okay.
Mema de ndwamanfo. Mema bia ye ndwamanfo. Bema bit mahu.
Okay.
Na bia opel se wo hu fe.
Yeah.
And ka wudi na chi anka limunyam hu but o dressing tin no for so ya shawni.
Correct.
Obedi wuni wada no doggy. Because o dressing che say we ya shawni. E bi so na won te sa.
Yeah.
Ay atale na aba na ya ofe na o so wo shabi. But ewiase no de oba ya ho no ene ye be cheche. De oba ya ho ye be cheche. Ase be tiwe mi tiwe. My rasta. Obi hu wo say wo shiwi.
Yeah.
Rasta ma bi ashiwi.
Rasta bi ashiwi.
But me adwuma me ye no. My rasta for ashenso de. So obi hu mi oba ka sunsum kwa ye rasta. Na sunsum obi wa kwa say wo hu mi wa kwa cha down for be say sunsum boy say no why for rasta was why rasta. Enye mi hu ye me kopena fe no. E bi asa ni pa no hu mi dawo. But what tell my say rasta, I say kopena second time I say rasta no. Enti me the customers. Me the pull crowd. Me the entertain me fans. I want me to be sakola as a footballers. I want to send it to know the say. We actor that's why say baby. O say fashion.
By or no so say girls so football almost the customers.
There be I show. We say bia be ma bia hu a e wo say o si jeje. What I say? But what kata hu? What kata o yefunu? Nene someone get kwa no wa pierce ni yefunu.
Yeah.
Pierce no fight life, but e hu ma de.
Yeah.
And now cause a guest me enquire so, cause a boys me enquire so. Oh ko. Just say I suffer but TV so what one we your young boy young girl. Man je suffer. The suffer in the year bonnia. Me the last time. Me ya idea bi. Me really me no me ho. Me call me coach you say Boniface.
Okay.
Jamaican a right. Jamaican right perfect. Ya papa don't know your movie or suffer. Oja wan Ojaba issue by the bekan was the mecano and you're right if you only bet to be fu but a right America but to be coming to him there be or your yaminipa and you quite say many be and better general and that's the way I mean man no you quite can be or a soft from Ninja Uncle Pong when Uncle Pong you what time men cast why I'm you but and quiet fast was something by the real to be chilly muno. Now me come and castle. On jama ye enka. What I say? I say, we your police ni. Maybe I could to win. Na police ni we no mum na ko to win.
Yeah.
Obia be kind of pen. You find your right so can be because on no phone.
Yeah, no correct.
On your channel. But me come coach be ni me rade. Me send bon fa che so for ya me can answer me. So for you so fan che me. Me can the writing but me who say anya me na say me ka say me jama yankopon. But you see ya juma ye no anya obi anya pay say you
ende no correct
anya obi anya pese ya koye mu woni mkofo mutu nduro woni mkofo mo na malam so but ye sole a the fracture mountains akọ mpaye obaye boni na wo de ana me ka che you say wo de a month obaji wani ba kwa so 2 times per oba kwa so bi o wani be ka say me hu bi say afa wo say na e be to ye ka no kire wa no kwa ma wa dwen ba ho so because boy na wa wunu na hu say game bia be video say was so die na boy na accident ni wa wunu na yi say was so for ka kire e 2 things either so was so die say so also o ka kire boy this that dey man into moto but aso den
okay na girl no ushia no ni sign could do say
ya na me ka say anko che fufuo ni ko di ye
okay
ano no
ti na ne nkasa bi
oh dara so na matamfo me metime shi obi se na bia wo na aba me ho na no obi aba ye ne ko didi ya ano nche se me no ye fe wo na me nimu so what ase ba ene guess no ene ko pa oba ko pe wo guess no kwa no wo se ne pe kwa on kita iPhone pe iPhone ye die mia 2016 na ge bia na me pe no o di ji mi di ya banka hwe last minute was a game boy be at iPhone 11 ya man to okoche ade che ni ekun da to abonte e twetwa no fo sebse twetwa ne twa to try the papers. You put iPhone 2.
Okay.
iPhone 11.
iPhone 11.
But me say, now I'm a phone say ye. Me ye, you mama kotobi. And you are my top from me on qua. But ye don't confuse in summer. Is it obi me yo? So what heaven? So what when some gem? Me no me and and you might be a woman who can come out catch say, hey, son, my mistake. And that girl's now about you two for moon tear.
To whom is a TikTok runner, a segas in Ibi.
And you TikTok, a real says, a real say, yet, I'm not to know. And send me on be a bum. The Bible so can be a bum. Son, you man out, I saw the two about him.
Okay.
But men cast a man come on, I'm going to couple some more. You a bosom for, you a juicy for, oh, where your papa.
And
then I saw for a zam for them, a juicy for a zam, I don't just say, Namino. Sebi, if you go with Mr. Bosom or have a little bosom. But you are a woman who go bosom with massive because we're in this year. So what I say, and then grab by more software. So who's a software graduate park or so bonfire, a software in this upper software, or that came, or so coach, software air condition, your friend daddy. But don't park or so bonfire, you know.
Share what your comment section, I share video no, I like it so add the account. Live in Ghana TV soon. When you subscribe, now I upload the video, also so in your corner, I should be mentioned. Dan some trend on social media and so and I what you call it in say, a BJ, we are chibitum, a B jubilating, a B esu. Enya botake kan nyina sie ne borom na wakotin nyina ba ye ba etini eja akire ya adwen okomesi
akoso ndwane mwa no what's why meeting the way to Abusuapanin nkoa tese mo botumi etu odehye Bible mpo say akoa nsi niwra mo nkoa mama China sa dwe akoa tese wo mo se mo etu Abusuapanin oya odehye tu Abusuapanin wana mo wondo na wo tu Abusuapanin mebisa mo na me ngwane mponchi na mukohie me nda na nkoa tese mo nche mudi bi wa mo wa mo mude tu Abusuapanin moncha me mumudi uben di bi uben na momo na mude tu Abusuapanin nkoa na ase nkoa na we tu Abusuapanin odogboni fo afan yan Abusuapanin yo odogboni na Abusuapanin isa mumu jina won na jimi fo TikTok fo we wafan na mamiti wana no sanga wakata baba ne jimi fo na mmodom na ma wetu mu Abusuapanin na anye na odogboni fo afan yan na mo mpo Abusuapanin wotum tu no nda wontu na china da miji misami amhwe ya ade mukaje wo ye ya ade ese mo ye ne se Abusuapanin de ntama ato hin no do nti mo fo mbo so na mo nko otumfo wo na mo nkɔ hwe who is who ade a for team legal wife for se mo ye ne se yes akoso se wa oni marriage certificate one force ne na on fambra anu no hia na mo wo ye ne wotu Abusuapanin woni nipa suru ko kesi Abusuapanin na nema wo fopoku kwa brochi bodo banchi busua wo fopoku wa ko USA kedi so many years one for brebe bia famba ono no me medi Abusuapanin erade mo de mu wo problem Abusuapanin wodi ni petitiri oye titiri ni a nenum bobiwa kakra wono ho na wase o mbedi Abusuapanin ma Asem be busua ma wa twini dwetei oda ya wo fopoku kwa bochi bodo bachi akede US so many years one man bobble bia no ono wonu be Abusuapanin mo ye ntwian mo ye mwa mo ye mu the hope akoso ebusua ni nyina no sisi amu na mo ye ntwian ebusua a obi asimo ntwian na no pon onwo so ntwian nde nyinala obi enu wa akɔhwɛ Lumba ne mba ne chirikwan ye bi so na Lumba ne mba no pon bubo ni pot we to Abusuapanin no Lumba ne mba no ombo trepe ni din trepe ombo ni din na yan hwade trepe 1 2 3 number trepe ombo wundi na yan hwade ponchimba mugo oboto lenkuo tsamo mama China sa dwe akoa sa dwe numu akoa awuse etu odehye Abusuapanin mo de we so wona na wodi won selisan What's way to a bashe? Won't do so a wire bashe. Ponchimba. What do my quasi fubi de baby na what moi, Jimmy Papa, na moya moon.
Dem refedrie. Dre amane hunu. Ene wunti o na muso mu tu Abusuapanin. Se wampamo presla odobroni wampamo ne wampamo enyi akola ne ne manwu abonte one ne mma enti ye tu no ye hu ba bia esie wo enso ye esie wo ewo kumase no mo nyina atete omo fie no mu di fufuo ene abankwan ene omo sie ntufu ne enwu ani mu ase okrafosu ye bibi ne enwu se wo ye saint Lumba ye besum wewu oti ase ofa ya poku Lumba mami wuye mami emesa wuye ene ofa ye do call America wa wonu to nko YouTube wo see Lumba sade udru America bonten no osama setam o ma $500 se fashe won ho o mami enu ene wo yire te Ghana wantimi amefo ma no kra de ya kwantu mu nsem wo ba wo de yare ene ba wo sinka wa ma Ghana nkasa brenka wo wo ba Ghana 4 years ebetena Ghana now wo fase ba akopɛ no mo te eyi ye friend say now wo fase wo Islegon so obedidio so obeye den so obewi o so obeye de wa kama manse nyina hu so yare wa nkɔhwe ne da wa nkɔhwe ne da sanse so ba na wo yare ene wo fase na wu owu ye kra na akwala keto one na busua na hwe dadi Lumba no ene mo se empamo akwala no Abusuapanin empamo no ntene mo se mo tu Abusuapanin eya so hu asa na etu Abusuapanin oje se Abusuapanin etu ne simple sa ne se ko bia beto e de na waye de titiri no waye emre ko wo se dadi Lumba no invite mu nyina asa mo mra mo se mo ma esan se judge no anka bia amamu ntimo mo titi mu fie di abenkwan edi fufu ene wo pese nsan ko tu dadi Lumba fu e woni fie ne yengu nanim ase dadi okrafosu ye bibi ma me china se hwan ene melawen nso wantimi ama munim ne moyi